efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you.
We're still here.
We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Use BioCare Lab Strong Ends products to supercharge your hair with deep lasting hydration from nature's most amazing moisturizers, raw moisturizing honey, and conditioning shea butter. These ingredients pull moisture from the hair to boost, strengthen, and restore the oldest and weakest parts of your hair, your ends, helping to keep them stronger. Wow, beautiful hair. Strong Ends. Dry, damaged, breaking hair and no hair growth? Strong ends? Whoa! I'm not cutting this hair for anything. Weak, thinning edges due to weaves and braids. Strong ends? Longer and free of split ends. Get supercharged from roots to end with BioCare Lab Strong Ends Honey and Shea Butter Infused Relaxer and Hair Growth Product. Available retail at CNC Superfoods on the Bay Road and wholesale at CNC Trading on the CAP Southville Industrial Park. Telephone 465-4081.
Summer is ending, but the deals are just beginning with the Court's end of summer sale. Get up to 50% off your favorite items to include patio furnishings, pools, coolers, TVs, mattresses, and more. Plus, shop today with the Ready Finance and pay nothing for 60 days. Take advantage of these sizzling summer deals for a limited time only. Shop in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. I'm Caleb Berridge. Police are investigating a homicide that occurred on Pitcairn Street, Newtown on Thursday night. According to a police statement, close to 8 p.m. on Thursday, police officers responded to a report of a shooting incident in Newtown. Upon arrival, the motionless body of 34-year-old Kishan Richen of Newtown was found lying in Agatha Johnson Lane. The police say Richen and another individual were walking along the lane when a masked gunman ran up behind him and shot him. He was pronounced dead at the scene by the district medical officer. The scene was processed by personnel from the Forensic Services Unit and several pieces of evidence were taken into custody. Investigations are underway. The police are asking anyone with information about this incident to contact the nearest police station or the crime hotline at 707. The Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services has issued a tropical cyclone alert for the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands, as Sam is now a hurricane and rapid intensification is forecast to continue. A tropical cyclone alert means that in this case, a hurricane is in a monitored area, but a watch or warning was not required at the time the alert was issued. The Met Office in St. Kitts is monitoring the storm, which is expected to pass north of the Federation. Rapid intensification is forecast to continue, and Sam is likely to become a major hurricane by Saturday. All residents are urged to monitor the movement of Sam closely and be prepared to act. Prime Minister Dr. The Honorable Timothy Harris is scheduled to address his fellow heads of states and governments and the wider international community at around 8 o'clock this evening during the general debate of the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The Prime Minister's speech, which will be delivered virtually, is expected to focus on a number of matters important to the global community, including climate change, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and the spread of illegal firearms. The address by Prime Minister Harris will be carried live on ZIZ TV and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. The General Assembly is the main policy-making and representative organ of the United Nations. The 76th session of the UN General Assembly, which runs from September 21st to 27th, is being conducted under the theme Building Resilience Through Hope to Recover from COVID-19, Rebuild Sustainability, Respond to the Needs of the Planet, Respect the Rights of People, and Revitalize the United Nations. After the break, Delta variant not found among the population in the Federation, and SKELEC resumes disconnection drive. Stay with us.
Triple the joy at home as you elevate your experience with Flo's new Triple Play bundles. For the first time ever, bundle up and save on internet, TV, and home phone together for more satisfaction. For as low as $175, enjoy up to 35 megabits per second super fast internet, 70 TV channels with HD entertainment, and free landline minutes with the all-in bundle. Visit your nearest Flo store to sign up for a Triple Play bundle. Conditions apply.
Be a hero. September is the month of heroes in St. Kitts and Nevis. And for the months of September to October, Hosford's Automotive wants you to be a hero too. Yes, drive like a hero at the massive Hosford's Automotive Be a Hero sales event. Go to Hosford's Automotive today and drive away like a hero with up to $35,000 discount on select models. Your choice of either free gas for 3 months or up to $1,000 in free groceries. Pay just 10% VAT. Yeah, just 10% VAT. Free servicing for 1 year. Free bill of sale. Free registration, licensing, and tinting. 0 down payment. That's right. Absolutely 0 down payment. And much, much more. Drive away like a hero from Hosford's Be a Hero sales event. The biggest, most heroic sales event ever in the Federation. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back. With a recent increase in the number of active COVID-19 cases across the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws confirmed during the September 22nd NEOC COVID-19 press briefing that the Lambda variant of COVID-19 was present in the Federation. Dr. Laws indicated that after samples were sent to CAFA, Caribbean Public Health Agency, for genomic sequencing, the Delta variant was not found in the samples sent and tested.
Triple the joy at home as
in terms of the Delta variant, now we have sent off about to date 3 batches of samples to Caribbean Public Health Agency, and of the batches, only 2 samples returned positive for Delta. And those 2 individuals were inbound passengers who were in quarantine. 1 in Nevis, 1 in St. Kitts, and those 2 individuals remained in quarantine in isolation until they were recovered, fully recovered, meaning they got their 2 consecutive negative results. So in other words, we are pretty sure that the importation of the Delta variant was controlled or contained. All right, so in other words, we only have evidence that the Lambda variant is in circulation.
The CMO indicated that more batches will be sent for testing to determine what variants are present in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Further data presented revealed that 51% of the active COVID-19 cases are unvaccinated individuals, showing that more than half of new infections have been unvaccinated persons. The St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, SKELEC, is issuing a final notice to all customers in arrears to bring their account up to date. The company has resumed its disconnection drive for delinquent customers. In a press release issued on Friday, the company advises that customers in arrears should visit their main office immediately to clear all outstanding debt. SKELEC noted that it is aware that some customers are experiencing financial hardship, and these customers should apply for their deferred payment arrangement plan at their customer service department. Payments can be made online by logging on to ebiz.skelec.kn or through the automated customer support portal by calling 465-2000. Customers can also use their bank portals or visit the SKELEC main branch to make a payment. Parents facing challenging situations with their children, particularly during the teenage years, are strongly encouraged to seek assistance from the counseling department. At the department, there is currently a Family Matters program geared towards helping many families resolve conflicts and making families work. Director Michelle Delacodre-Blake made mention of it during Wednesday's Working for You. During the program, Director Blake and other counselors discussed methods of conflict resolution within the family, strengthening family structures, and boosting mental health, among other topics. Mrs. Delacodre-Blake said that the actions of the parent are often condemned by some persons in society. However, the issue runs much deeper.
One of the strengths of this approach is that it seeks out the positive things that the parents are doing, no matter how they're framed and crouched in something negative, and they pull it out and reframe it in a way that both the parent and the child get to the same page. So here you're talking about this parent who put out their child. What we are missing is the parent's fear, concern, heartbreak about what could happen. So what we're responding to is the putting out of the child. What we're not responding to is the concern that the parent has, and no tools to be able to translate that concern into something that works with the child. That's where the family counselors come in.
The director added that counselors are trained to seek out the positive approach taken by parents and emphasize the message. This helps to build self-esteem and opens the door for dialogue with both parent and child in order to help the family maintain a functional working structure. And finally, on the local scene, the 11 artists participating in this year's Sugar Mass 50 Carnival Song Competition were revealed in a virtual release party on Thursday. The show was hosted by radio personality Sweet Sister Sensia, who revealed the name of each participant along with their song submission. The artists participating and their songs are as follows: Blade, We Ain't Stopping; Nado, HD, Carnival Love; Daddy Tusek, 50th Bounce; Jazik Shiverton, Find Your Beat; The Awesome Navigator featuring Febo; Sugar Mass Is All Are We; JTS Entertainment, Want Back the Sugar; KO, Sugar Mass and Genesis, Forward; and Lucius, Hit Me Again; Jeezy Sparta, 50 Years; and Shelling's band, Letter to Sugar Mass. During the show, Chair of Calypso and Soca Monarch Development, Grenville Brown, explained how the idea came about to have a carnival song competition this year.
Well, what we decided was, because it's the 50th anniversary, we wanted to have something that everyone could participate in. Whether you live locally or you're abroad and you're a Haitian or division, we wanted you to be part of it. So we said, you know what, let's have a song competition.
He also noted that the winning song will be used to market Sugar Mass 50.
So what we'll do, we'll use the song basically to market Sugar Mass 50. So the song will be used in all the marketing ads that we're going to be putting out there for Sugar Mass 50. So it'll be on social media, it will be print. So anytime you hear Sugar Mass 50, you'll hear that song.
5 participants will move on to the next stage of the competition, where the judges will select the top song. Brown said the public will also get an opportunity to vote for their favorite song and artist. The finals of the Sugar Mass 50 Carnival Song Competition will be on the 15th of October. Coming up in regional news, schools in Trinidad to reopen in October. The details when we come back.
Here are your Hostels Value Mart IG Value Club Blue Tag Specials.
Running September 23rd to October 6th.
Langer's Cranberry Juices, $9.99. Rice-A-Roni or Pastoroni, $5.99. Snack Pack 4-pack, $4.99. Florida Natural Orange Juice, $12.99. Planet Oat Milk, $9.99. Wishbone salad dressings, $9.99 each. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Super Chill Soda $6.99. Lay's Stack Chips $4.99. Peter Pan Peanut Butter $10.99. Boost Nutritional Drinks $7.99. IG Essential Everyday Cornflakes $6.99. Muitran Ramen Noodles just 99 cents. Shop smart, shop value mart. Juan in español.
Sea listo y haga sus compras a Value Mart.
Want to get away?
Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Summer is ending, but the deals are just beginning with the Court's end of summer sale. Get up to 50% off your favorite items, to include patio furnishings, pools, coolers, TVs, mattresses, and more. Plus, shop today with a ready finance and pay nothing for 60 days. Take advantage of these sizzling summer deals for a limited time only. Shop in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home.
And we're moving now to news on the regional scene. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, made it known that the government has rejected the advice to continue with online schooling for some fully vaccinated students. He said schools will reopen in October.
School will open for all practitioners and participants at the schoolhouse. School will open on October 4th for Forms 4, 5 and 6 to be fully attended in the curriculum of those forms, and for those students who are not fully vaccinated, they will not be allowed to participate on the school compound, but we'll make alternative arrangements for them to participate in schooling in the virtual way.
Earlier this week, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association proposed that only students of Forms 5 and 6 working on practical components should return to school. The Ministry of Education on Thursday said guidelines for the reopening of schools for fully vaccinated students of Forms 4 to 6 are available online. The ministry said it conducted several rounds of consultation with all key stakeholders, and the recognized majority union has communicated the guidelines and operational requirements to principals of all secondary schools. And Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said although Pfizer vaccines will expire in November, studies have shown that this particular vaccine has proven to be effective at least 3 months after the printed date.
As thousands of migrants are being deported from the United States, Haitians in northwestern Colombia are determined to continue their journey and board boats that will take them to a village bordering Panama. France 24's Wasim Cornet reports.
In Colombia, these undeterred Haitian migrants are continuing their journey north. Some of them are oblivious to the situation along the U.S.-Mexico borders. Others are fully aware of the risks that await them, but hoping that maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to make it through.
I want to go to New York. Depending on your luck, they can let you in or kick you out. Getting deported is my worst fear.
According to numbers released earlier this week, some 19,000 Haitians were in the small town of Nicoclí in northwestern Colombia. Some have pressed on, and many others are still waiting for their turn to cross seas, jungles, and mountains on their perilous journey to Central America, Mexico, and the United States.
I'm very afraid. On top of everything, I'm afraid to leave and to cross the Darien jungle. I'm very afraid, but I have faith in God. I can get there. Everything will be fine.
The Darien jungle is a notoriously difficult part of the journey, a lawless rainforest infested with snakes and other deadly animals that takes 4 days to cross. Several migrants have already lost their lives here. The jungle will be their gateway to Panama, but they'll have to travel several thousands of kilometers more before they get to Mexico. Many migrants say they'll wait there for a while for the current situation to subside before trying to make it to their final destination, the United States.
Coming up, world leaders call for stronger environmental action. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Welcome back. World leaders have been told a warmer planet will also be a more violent one. The security implications of climate change were put to a meeting of the United Nations Security Council during a General Assembly dominated by calls for stronger environmental action. From the UN, Al Jazeera's Kristen Salumi reports.
From flash floods to drought and famine, the United Nations warns that a reckoning is coming for climate change. The United Kingdom's Prime Minister Boris Johnson came to the General Assembly with a message for humankind.
It's time for humanity to grow up. It's time for us to listen to the warnings of the scientists. And if you look at COVID, if you want to see an example of the gloomy scientists being proved right, it's time for us to grow up and understand who we are and what we are doing.
Johnson is trying to whip up support for major new commitments to reduce carbon emissions before it's too late. The international community travels to Glasgow in early November for a major climate summit.
While virtually all countries agree that a warming climate is a risk, some are making the case that it's more than just an environmental problem. They say it is also a threat to international peace and security.
Some argue that means the Security Council can take action.
That's an argument that should have been settled a long time ago. Look at almost every place where you see threats to international peace and security today, and you'll find that climate change is making things less peaceful, less secure, and rendering our response even more challenging.
China, as the world's largest consumer of coal, prefers to keep the subject off the Council's agenda.
It would be inappropriate and so forth to replace the collective decision-making of the international community.
Beijing has promised to stop building new coal plants abroad, but the UK Prime Minister argues all countries will need to step up even more to keep temperature rise below the previously agreed 1.5 degrees Celsius and humanity on track.
We must come together in a collective coming of age. We must show that we have the maturity and wisdom to act. And we can.
The COP26 climate conference he's hosting is now just weeks away. Kristen Salumi, Al Jazeera, the United Nations.
The European Commission is considering a plan to impose a universal charger for all brands of mobile phones, tablets and headphones. The move would likely affect iPhone maker Apple the most. Its chargers are used exclusively for Apple products. Al Jazeera's Charlie Angela reports from London.
A jumble of different chargers in a top drawer. Many homes have them, and it's a waste the EU wants to clean up. The EU Commission is proposing common USB-C charging ports for all new smartphones, iPads, tablets, cameras and headphones.
En matière de déchets, c'est aussi assez important parce que
in terms of waste, this is significant because this measure will allow us to save 1,000 tonnes of electronic waste and 2,600 tonnes of raw materials per year. There is also the impact on CO2 emissions. It will save 180,000 tonnes of CO2 equivalent per year.
Currently, 29% of all new devices come with a USB-C cable. The USB Micro B sold with Android devices accounts for 50% of all chargers sold, while the Apple Lightning port accounts for the remaining 21%.
The idea to streamline all chargers is very popular with consumers. The typical person in the EU currently owns 3 different chargers, but only uses 2 of them regularly. The proposal fits well with the EU's current drive towards sustainability and promises to save consumers $293 million a year in unnecessary purchases.
The second part of the proposal is that new chargers aren't automatically sold in the same box with new electronic devices, but bought separately, and that the charging speed of cables is standardised, a move environmentalists are welcoming.
When it's wasted, there's a lot of toxic substances included which get leached into soils, into water, and they're hazardous to the people that are disposing of that waste as well. So there's massive environmental benefits from this move. It's only a small step, but it's absolutely a blow against that model of the electronics industry built on proprietary technology and inbuilt obsolescence, which is driving overconsumption.
If the proposal is adopted by the EU Parliament and Council, it could be law by 2022. Companies will then have 2 years to adapt their devices. But consumer electronics giant Apple says the standardisation will affect innovation, and 2 years is not enough time. The EU says they've given the tech industry 10 years to come up with a solution between themselves, and they failed. Now is the time for legislation. Charlie Angela, Al Jazeera, London.
Up next in sports, St. Peter's FC featured, and Trinidad under-17 basketballers prepared. Stay with us.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, ahead of the resumption of football leagues, media consultant Andre Huey continues to feature SKNFA Premier League clubs. More in this report of the St. Peter's Football Club.
The football team from Monkey Hill is the heart and soul of the community. In previous seasons, St. Peter's would struggle early on at the start of the season and fail to make an impact on the league. This season, however, it's a totally different ball game.
And Gavaya tries to go straight to the goal into Simmons. Simmons has a chance to shoot. Goal! They can't juggle out, and it's goal to St. Peter's. We're not surprised.
St. Peter's is ranked third so far this season and is the only team to inflict a defeat to defending champions Ezel Horses St. Paul's in the league. Football commentator Sylvester Charles credit this success to coach Anthony Nets Isaacs.
A very good coach, Anthony Nets, coming out of the Newtown area and being a coach for Newtown, so he has a vast amount of experience. He has been leading that team very well, coaching the team very well, and seeing it on the field of play with their brand of football.
Coach Isaacs knows that the road to success is not easy. He enjoyed success with Newtown United Football Club in previous years, leading them to the title in 2012. He also enjoyed previous successful stints with St. Peter's, leading them to a playoff final in subsequent years.
I mean, we got score chances and once you get them, because if you don't do that, a team like St. Paul's will punish you.
Nets know what it takes to win. Last season, they enjoyed an exciting run in the Super 6 playoffs. This season, pundits expect them to do more.
And so I've always respected the St. Peter's squad, the players that they have there. They have some senior players. They have the Harris Farmers brothers. You have Erdnus Nurse now. You have Deani Stevens, seem to be a threat to any team at all. And so they're going to constantly be reaping Premier Division. They have been in the Premier Division for some time, and so they can be considered one of our better teams.
I think they're well coached, and then when you consider the fact that some of the signings they had this season, we had Erdnus coming back home. There was Cannonier, Salas Cannonier, him coming back to the federation to play football. So they have a good core of players, and as I said, they're well coached. They have one of the most successful coaches in the Premier Division, Anthony Nets Isaac, who brings a wealth of experience and wealth of success he had with the Newtown team. So it's not, for me, it's no surprise that they are able to perform the way they have been.
Fans await with bated breath on what St. Peter's will have in store when the league resumes.
Trinidad and Tobago's footballers are on a mission to restore the country's status in all levels of the sport. More in this TTT Sports report.
The national under-17 basketballers began their training program 10 weeks ago with a group of 32. That group has since been cut to 16. National under-17 captain Jaden Roberts admits that inactivity has affected them, but credited the team's staff for their dedication to the task.
My fitness level has grown over this period of time. The coaching staff has really helped us to really get a good fitness, to do a lot of strength and conditioning and a lot of development work. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity because coaching staff has really given it their all. They really stick around. They didn't give up on us.
Roberts encouraged his players to persevere despite. Head coach Kern George said although the under-17 Central basketball tournament doesn't yet have a host nation, his squad continues their preparation apace.
For the past 10 weeks, they came in rather unfit because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the coronavirus. But they have really been committed, and we have taken it up another notch. They have been using, especially the guys who are waiting results, they have taken this opportunity really seriously. And we are going very hard on the fundamental aspects right now, and we are going very hard on conditioning aspect of it as well.
8 members of the squad are in Form 4 and 5, with the other half awaiting results. All but 3 of the 16 are vaccinated. Squad members and coaching staff alike say they have adhered to the COVID guidelines and are even grateful for the distance afforded during this period.
We've always wanted a chance to have an empty gym, to really work on things without distractions. So we have embraced this opportunity of having an empty gym and really focusing when we get that time.
Wayne Cunningham, TTT Sports.
And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, wants to alert the public about fake Facebook and social media accounts that are circulating. These sites may look genuine, but they're not. These fake sites may use the Prime Minister's photo and name, but their only intention is to spread misinformation through false and scandalous information. Some of these pages are scams and will attempt to dupe you out of money. Do not trust them. You can find the real Prime Minister Harris on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching for his official handle, which is @PMHarrisKN. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages that claim to be the Prime Minister's but do not have PMHarrisKN right after the / are fake accounts. These should be reported to the respective social media sites. You can also report fake social media accounts to presssec@gov.kn. That's PRESSEC@gov.kn. Facebook has verified Prime Minister Harris's official page by placing a white check mark inside a blue circle next to the Prime Minister's name, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris. This blue circle appears just above @PMHarrisKN. Also, be alert. If the person claiming to be either the Prime Minister or another government official asks you for money through instant messenger, direct message, or any other means, this is a scam and not a real charity. This public service announcement was produced in order to help you be an informed social media user. Protect yourself and help spread the message.
And we're wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. Police investigating homicide in Newtown. Met Office monitoring Hurricane Sam. And Prime Minister Harris to address UN General Assembly. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Berridge. Goodbye.